It's Mylira Green, and you're watching the Superwomen Project. Please enjoy this next episode.
Who are you?
I am Charlena Correll. I'm a licensed professional counselor and a licensed clinical mental health counselor in the state of Virginia and North Carolina.
Okay. So tell me, what do you do with your license?
I specialize in military sexual trauma and post-traumatic stress disorder for veterans primarily.
Why is that population important to you?
Well, I recently retired from the military. I did 22 years. I deployed 11 times, and I spent a lot of time away from my family in combat zones and in non-combat zones, and so I know what it's like to be in that environment, and some of the stigma while I was active duty about getting mental health help, especially for the senior leadership, because I was in the senior position. So it's important to me to make sure that we can reduce the rate of suicide. Mm-hmm. I lost a family member to suicide, and I've lost probably about 15 of my friends while serving.
Well, number one, thank you for your service. And number two, I commend you for what you're doing, because so many people don't understand that when I see a problem, I can become that solution. You know, and it sounds like that's what you've done. Like, I've seen a problem, and now I'm going to go and be a solution. So in your position, what have you seen now that you're the helper? Have you viewed it differently? Have your views changed when it comes to mental health and military?
My view is probably the same, because I always seen it as important, but my approach is different because I want to make sure that veterans and service members get the help that they need so we can reduce the numbers of suicide, because right now the popular slogan is 22 a day, even though it is far higher than 22 a day. And if I can reduce it just by one, then I feel like I've done a big part.
Okay. What do you think is the biggest barrier for active duty members and retirees to get that mental health support?
I think that's a really loaded question. I don't want to answer all of it, but I think for me, it's some of us don't want to get mental health help, and I'm going to say us because I was part of it too. Didn't want to get help because we assumed that we would not promote anymore, or we would be non-deployable, or that fear of losing your career and upward progression.
Wow. So it's kind of like I'm acknowledging that I need help, but there may be some factors, if I share this, then I can't go up. So now that you are the clinician, counselor, and speaking with these people, how do you help them grow comfortable in a safe place to share those things without the fear that that's going to happen?
I address the fear head on. I'm a pretty straightforward person, so I ask them what their fears of getting help are, and we just kind of go right from the beginning, because the stigma is just that. It's a stigma that's not true anymore. The military does make every concerted effort to help, and without taking away deployability status or upward mobility status. That is a very old view, and it's changed. It doesn't have to be that way anymore. So usually I'm just straightforward and to the point, and I ask them what took them so long to get here, and then go from there.
So what would you tell someone who has military experience that don't feel like they're enough? What would you tell them so that they can switch that view?
Wow, that's a really thought-provoking question. Somebody who's in the military, to tell them that they're enough is to know that they're more than the uniform they put on every day. They are valuable, and they're loved, and they're cared for, and it's not just by themselves but by everybody. And to know that they are enough before they even put the uniform on every day is valuable. And I think what I'm enough should mean for them is that come as you are, because it's definitely, because everything that they bring is valuable.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's an honor to not just know you, but to actually have you as a friend. I would have not wanted to do this day and you not be here. And there's parts of you that I know that I would say to see you on this side, being able to help people, it brings me so much joy. So I want you to know that you are enough and you are making a difference. And no matter how much challenges it is because of some of the experiences that we've had, you still show up every day. And because of that, that's why I consider you as one of the superwomen in my life. Because I personally invited you because I wanted you to be here.
Oh, thank you very much.